Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sri Jai Ram Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Good evening and welcome to Satsang with John David, live from the Open Sky House in Hitdorf. You are very welcome to join the meeting by Skype tonight. The meeting address, the Skype address is Meeting John David. You can ask a question or just say hello. And the next possibility to spend some more intense time with John David will be from the 24th to the 26th. In Spain, there will be a meditation plus weekend at a very beautiful place, the Open Sky Villa in Denia, 3 minutes walk from the Mediterranean. And then beginning of June, there will be the Whitsun retreat from the 7th to the 10th of June here in Hitdorf. Information to both events you can find on the website johndavidsatsang.international. And if you like to visit your Open Sky House, can be as a helper or as a guest, you're also very welcome. Information you find on the website www.opensky.international. Thank you.
Welcome to Satsang. A man receives a phone call from his doctor. The doctor says, I have some good news and some bad news. The man says, okay, give me the good news first. The doctor says, the good news is you have 24 hours to live. The man replies, oh no, if that's the good news, then what's the bad news? The doctor says, the bad news is I forgot to call you yesterday. A husband and wife were in bed watching TV. The husband had the remote in hand, switching back and forth between the porn channel and the fishing channel. The wife got pissed off, grabbed the remote, and kept it on the porn channel, and said to her hubby, leave it on the porn channel, you already know how to fish. A man approaches his best friend's wife one day when her husband is at the office. Will you have sex with me? He asks. No, my husband wouldn't like this. Okay, what if I give you $1,000? Well, for 1,000 I think I will. Come back tomorrow when my husband is at work. So the man shows up next day and slaps $1,000 on the table, and they do whatever it was they did. In the evening, her husband comes home a little distraught. Was my best friend here today? Yes, his wife says with concern. And did he leave $1,000? Yes, she says, expecting the worst. Oh, good, what a great pal he is. He came this morning and asked if he could borrow 1,000 from me and promised to return it this afternoon. Which side, darling? You have... I don't know, I look all right. I mean, I'm always scruffy. So that's one of the nice things, you know, when you get older, you're allowed to be a bit scruffy. Anyway, so yeah, I just came today back from Tripelia. We had a very nice nearly 3 weeks in Tripelia. This is our community in Ukraine. And of course, not many people would ever think of going to Ukraine, but I can strongly recommend it, particularly our little bit of Ukraine. It's very, very beautiful nature and very heartful people. Actually, I had gone there with the idea of not going again. It would be my last visit. But actually, as many times before, this opened up all kinds of things. So we started on the first evening with a beautiful new room in a beautiful new center. And then we started the retreat and some very nice new people showed up. And I think I was offered 2 jobs as well, which was a bit surprising. So anyway, it was a very nice visit, and the community there is very nice. At the moment there is, I think, 6 people living on the community. Perhaps they're watching. Hi, guys. And it was very interesting in the retreat because actually I didn't have such high expectations, but what we had been talking about just before I went there, this idea of how we connect together, resonance, this word resonance, that if somebody has a good energy or a few people have a good energy, this resonance goes out, and anybody who is available, anybody who's able to feel it can connect in. And this happened very strongly in the retreat. So like most retreats, we had several people having strong experiences and their body going into, I don't know what we can call it, energetic happenings, and lots of laughter and crying and such things, which now we're rather used to it, so we don't get too excited when it happens. But for the people having that for the first time, of course, it's a strong thing to experience, and hopefully for those people that can continue to ground itself inside and gradually develop. Yeah.
Is it possible to translate in German?
Actually, we don't have somebody tonight, I think. Yeah. We don't really have Monday. Sorry, but it's okay, Kieran. Sit down. On Monday, we always have translation in German. On Monday. Sorry, tonight our main translator's not here. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe somebody likes to come and have a meeting. I see 2 of our volunteers are still here from when I left. Maybe you'd like to come and share a bit. Okay. We might have expected you to escape already, but now you've been here. You've been here a month, I think. Yeah? Now it's a month.
Yeah, I come here 2 days before the Oster retreat start. Okay. I come here in the evening for Herzbegegnung, Herzbegegnung. Yeah, heart meetings.
Okay.
But I come here, put all my things, the big bag, the small bag, and my laptop here, and so come here. And the next day I start with working. Yeah, and so then every next day I met you again.
Again, yeah.
Yeah.
And so you've been here nearly a month, so probably you've had some strong positive experiences and some strong not so positive experiences.
After the Easter retreat, I become into a groove with the working.
Yeah.
More than with the people. And yeah, what should I say? Every single day was a perfect day at the end.
Yeah.
It was so exciting. It was so many things here. The art, so many spaces bring something out to learn so many. It's so many.
Right.
And yeah, I like it. I like it so much.
Yeah.
And I guess I understand. Yeah, it's like a paradise for me.
Yeah.
With the animals in the courtyard.
Right.
Stillness. Many feelings. So many feelings, and Yeah. And yeah, today I feel like the heart energy getting higher and higher. And I was so, yeah, it's tears coming, and by the meanwhile I'm eating. And so there's stillness.
When
And,
you talk
yeah.
about the art, you're talking about the art in
Yeah.
the exhibition or in our sales room, our showroom. Because
Um,
I was just passing through the showroom, just here,
Yeah.
and it's so rich in there now.
Yeah.
Amazing rich. Yeah.
Yeah, and in my free time, I have a look, and not a look, just a look. Look is a surface, but to feel it, and the possibility to make maybe a picture for myself.
Yeah. Well, we have the studio upstairs. Yeah.
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 So I every single day I discover some new things, and wow, it's amazing. It's so much. Huh?
All right. All right. Yeah. Well, sounds like you had a good 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I can sense tonight that you become quieter, actually.
Sorry.
And
Cool.
it feels to me like you became quieter and also kind of more grounded.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's also quite nice, actually, I think. It's a good result of being here.
Yeah. I come to heal from to have healing for myself,
Yeah.
not to heal others, so to heal myself.
Yeah.
You know, my family situation and my body. So my knee is not so good. And yeah, yoga in the morning is
Yeah.
very good to prove
Right.
some. Yeah, no, no, yes, no. And yeah, go with it. I start very early, and yeah, to have time to come in other space, and the people, all the things, you know. So it's getting more, yeah, more insight, and yeah.
Good. And you seem to know a bit less now. It sounds like you don't know so many things as you knew 2 weeks ago. It's also good. Yeah? You were a bit of an expert 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah, and to make music, wow, it's one of the three things my main things: healing, martial arts, and music. And I like it so much. Yesterday we make, not even yesterday, but yesterday was very nice with the new member of the communities. Not new, but they come back, and so
Right.
yeah, this is one thing too. So they come back, and wow, there's other space and other not feelings. So you know. The changing of resonance. There was there was some echoes from you. It's okay. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Good.
resonance and so on.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's a pretty positive report. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
I think somehow the community is set up in a way, you see, for what you're describing. I mean, we regularly have people kind of waking up here, having like a big energy opening and getting a very strong knowing about who they are. This is fairly common, and it's always, of course, beautiful when it happens. But somehow the intention of our community is that you don't just have this, okay, now I'm enlightened, or I was always free, or something like this, but that you actually take this into your life, and you really live it, so that it's more than just a kind of spiritual experience, but it's actually just the ordinary daily life. And in a way it's ordinary, it's very ordinary, and we try to give lots of different possibilities in this community to realize that, I'm free, but also I like to live like this, because there's some kind of choice about how you live.
Yeah, the rules and the conditions.
Did you find
of the
some
community.
rules now? You have some rules.
Maybe.
Probably getting up in the morning,
Not only this.
Yeah. Few more.
What I can do, what I have to do, and so many.
Yeah.
And I remember that was what Buddha says to the Sangha, or other masters. The community is to support each other in many different ways. And I like it very much.
And this has really worked in the last few years, so that it's not just helping, okay, my car broke down and somebody comes and gets me or something. This is one help, but the help where people really support energetically each other, and without much talking, understand when people collapse into something, and they get immediately supported. So I think everybody's like in the same, I don't know the right word, but anyway, everybody's absolutely accepting this idea of community.
Yeah.
But it's
Or for me, it's like to coming home. Before I work with it inside, but here is a space, both inside and outside, and it's getting more balanced, and you know what I mean. So, wow.
you'll never be able to leave. I mean, what to do?
Yeah.
What's the name on the camera over there? Prema on the camera. She's been here about 25 years, is it?
25 years.
Not quite. The community only existed for 15 years, but otherwise she would have been here 25.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what you've said. You can come. I can come back, and it's not so far. I can come with my bike. So, yeah, it's a gift. It's a okay. Everything is bliss. Thank you very much.
Okay, good. Thank you. Probably Shiva will come and tell us exactly the opposite. Would you like to share a bit? He's coming from that. He's coming from that little town where everybody's an expert.
You mean the volunteers' dormitory?
I was thinking more of a little town in the south of India.
Tiruvannamalai, right.
Yeah. So the community of experts there, they're all, because they see the mountain, they think there must be really experts.
Maybe in some cases, but not all.
No.
Some.
I mean, Ramana was saying something, once you've seen the mountain, you have to become awakened. So all those people living there, they think, well, Ramana said that, I must be also awakened. So anyway.
Or take a dip in the Ganges.
Take a dip in the Ganges. Maybe both is good. That way you.
Well, I'm covered.
You're
both,
well
both
covered.
sides,
You've had a swim in the Ganga. Oh, okay.
Many times.
All right. Yeah. So, I mean, you're quite an Indian old hand of living a long time in India, coming and going.
Yeah, the last 10 years, quite regular.
Yeah. So does this taste a bit about India, this place?
Here?
Yeah.
Certainly, much more so than, say, when I go back to my family place, then the group intention and group meditations. I'm here. I'm a lot more busy, like doing all the work every day. So in India, I'm totally free to spend my day as I like. But I've mostly been enjoying the work, and I've did quite a variety of tasks.
Right.
Yeah.
Things change quickly here.
Yeah. So it's mostly been it's been 3 weeks since yesterday I arrived, and the first part was a retreat.
Right.
And then so the last 2 weeks has been participating in the community life.
Right.
And I've mostly been enjoying it quite a lot. And
Right.
I've been kind of cruising most of the time. And enjoying the creative aspects. I've been discovering a fondness for dressing up as a lady in the theatre, which is a new discovery, believe it.
Ah, right.
Some people might not believe it, but it's the first time when I came here.
Right. Well, you have a beard, which makes it a little less convincing, maybe.
A little less?
A little less convincing, but I was just remembering that I think it was last year or the year before, I don't know. There was a singer who won the European Song Contest. He was dressed up very nicely as a girl, and he also had quite a striking beard.
Right,
and so it doesn't seem that it matters too much.
Yeah. Well, in my case, there's no choice. My skin doesn't like being shaved, so
Right.
it's going to be a bearded lady or nothing at all.
Yeah, I think it doesn't seem to matter really. Yeah.
So in my case, up until yesterday, I'd say I was cruising along quite smoothly. There were some flash moments, usually maybe some work-related thing, or Sajarta and I have had a few kind of moments, sparking moments.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But internally I was pretty good. But yesterday I seemed to hit a little bit of a road bump.
Ah, right.
Which isn't unfamiliar, but not necessarily welcome. Like yesterday, I got a sense of confusion came upon me, which isn't pleasant.
Did somebody confuse you, or
Well, there was, I mean, there was an external trigger, but I can't. I mean, if I tell you, it's relatively insignificant, but.
Right.
It's just some task in the garden, and I didn't really get clarity on exactly how to go about it, and so it seemed to trigger some sense of confusion in me. So I guess it was an excuse for whatever happened inside.
Right. Well, it doesn't sound too terrible.
No, not too terrible. But I do notice that I can get a little bit tense sometime around work, especially if I'm working in a team. And again, my good friend. So yeah, that's been a challenge. Like how I like to go about things isn't necessarily how someone else's. How they go about things, so that sometimes brings up a sense of frustration or something. So I've been learning to be with that and recognize my it's not my place beyond a certain line to interfere or something.
All right. Yeah, I mean. As soon as we work together with somebody, then it brings up all the things that need bringing up, really. And so it's, I mean, even if it doesn't seem always the, joyful day or a fun day, even when it's not a fun day, I think we can get a value. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grist for the mill.
Right. Right. Yeah. 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 And when you're living in India, do you tend to be alone? You spend more. You were saying you have the freedom to spend your days as you like. Is that to be mostly alone?
Well, I tend to go in phases. For example, this period, 6 months, more or less the first half, I was spending. I wasn't. I was pretty much. I mean, I was attending, spending time in Ramana Ashram, and also I feel quite connected with Yogi Ram Surat Kamar Ashram. So I was spending regular time there, but I wasn't really meeting people, and staying quite a lot on my own. And I didn't actually arrive in India in such a great mental space, so it took a while to find a kind of buoyancy again. And then in the second half, which would have been around January, it was about the same time I came to some of the open evenings at the retreat. From that time onwards, I was much more outgoing and socially active. So I tend to go in these kind of phases.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So I had my monk phase, and then I had my clown phase. Clown phase. Yeah.
When you dressed up as a woman and.
Well, that was only when I came here. But I did actually, not to be honest, I did have it has been a kind of something that I felt I'd like to do for a while, but I had the opportunity here, to open up that suitcase of...
blonde wig fell out.
Yeah, wigs and brassieres and dresses and such forth.
Yeah. Some years ago, I remember having a very strong feeling that it's a pity you can't do like half and half. First 40 years would be whatever you arrived, however you arrived, and then you could go through a process and change to the opposite sex.
Well, I think these days it's possible also.
It probably everything's possible. Yeah, it could be possible. Yeah.
There's some surgery and medication then.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I guess a lot of people actually do choose that. I don't know what I'd do with my beard. Have to be a bearded lady. Yeah. Okay, nice.
I wasn't feeling too enthusiastic to come up because I've not been feeling at my best the last couple of days, but it wasn't so bad.
Right. Thank you. So, I left you guys in Tripelia this morning, quite early this morning, and maybe you don't have any great questions, but if there would be a question from Tripelia, somebody likes to come through on Skype. And then, of course, we have our outpost down in Spain, our solitary, I don't know the right word for her. Would you like to come through, Anushka? And there you are. Down in Spain, our solitary. Okay. Oh, love. By the way, I understand it was your 65th birthday yesterday. Love. But can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Anyway, that's a very strong T-shirt for a number 4, Enneagram 4. What does it say in the small print? I can't read that. Ah, very good. Wow. Was that a birthday present yesterday? You guys are so much in silence, you're not going to talk to me, huh?
Can you hear us?
No. I can hear you now.
So she said she doesn't want to talk. But we don't.
She doesn't want to talk. Okay, no problem. Yeah. The T-shirt's enough.
Yeah, let's figure out one more thing.
Very nice. Witness taking.
What is that? I can't hear you. You have to speak into the microphone, I think.
I said it's very nice. Govinda is taking charge of the moment.
What?
Govinda is taking charge of the woman.
Of the woman. Ah, good, yes.
The moment.
What's he taking?
All together.
Okay. So as you don't want to talk, I think we'll let you go.
Yeah.
But
Let's give some.
it's lovely to see you.
Great.
Love is the topic. Okay, we're going to switch you off now. Ciao. Can you switch him off, or is that not possible? Oh, there's a delay, okay. And what about Tanushka and Denya? You like to come through? Unfortunately, often you can't do Skype from Denya. Yeah? You can watch it, but not... Okay, so here we are with the live audience. Don't rush out at the same time. Where's Bianca? Oh, she's gone to see her family. Oh. Okay. So would you like to come, Lee?
Yeah, it's okay, I can translate.
You can't speak English so well, yeah. Okay, yeah. So now you've really been here a long time, yeah?
Yes.
Getting more serious. So how are you doing?
Wie geht's bei dir? Wie läuft's bei dir? Du bist ja jetzt schon länger da, die Sache wird ernst.
Ja, es gibt Höhen und Tiefen.
There are highs and lows.
Right.
Ja, es kommen auch viele Gefühle hoch.
A lot of emotions come up.
Right.
Und es ist oft für mich schwierig, das zu akzeptieren oder zu erlauben.
It's often difficult for me to allow that and to accept that.
To accept
The
that
feelings.
there's a lot of
Feelings.
emotions, what the
Yeah.
feelings are. You can't accept there's so many feelings, or you can't accept to go into find out what they're about. I think it's natural you have lots of feelings.
Yeah, I know. But in the moment it's difficult.
Yeah?
Das sind so überwältigende Gefühle, so starke Angst,
The emotions are overwhelming, for example, strong fear,
ohne Grund, ohne Thema oder
without any reason, without any topic.
ja. Und dann fühle ich mich gleich überwältigt oder ich kann gar nicht mehr klar denken.
And then I'm overwhelmed and I can't think straight.
Right. That's okay. You don't want to think straight, actually.
Wir wollen gar nicht, dass du klar denkst.
I mean, you've been in the community about 1 month, 5 weeks, something
Boah, I don't know.
a little bit longer.
Bist ja jetzt einen Monat hier,
Oh, ich glaube schon
2 Monate.
2 months. Is
More
it?
like 2 months, yeah.
So I think this is exactly the time when you will go through some kind of strong emotions coming up, and maybe some things you don't remember or don't understand, and you need to investigate a bit.
Vielleicht kommen auch Sachen hoch, wo du dich nicht erinnern kannst oder die du nicht verstehst und die du ein bisschen erforschen brauchst.
But you have quite a strong yes for being here.
Aber du hast ein recht starkes Ja dafür, hier zu sein.
So with that strong yes, you can experience all this stuff.
Also mit diesem starken Ja, da kannst du all diese Erfahrungen durchlaufen.
And actually, you don't have to do much with it. You don't have to like it or not like it.
Und du musst gar nicht viel damit machen, du musst das nicht mögen oder nicht mögen.
Ja, das geht so einen Tag und den nächsten Tag nicht mehr, dann geht's wieder. Aber ja.
So one day it's working and one day not. And it's working again.
Yeah.
Ja, der Kopf ist noch gemeint.
Yeah.
Sehr
Well,
schnell.
you're quite new to this whole things we're doing here, and you're pretty young, and I think you don't have to be concerned,
Du
I
bist,
mean, you've still got a yes to live here, have you?
du bist ja noch recht neu mit dem, wo wir uns hiermit beschäftigen. Und du bist ja auch sehr jung, aber du hast ja ein starkes Ja, hier zu sein, oder?
If you've got that yes, that will take you through to where you know.
Wenn du dieses starke Ja hast, dann wird dich das tragen.
I mean, if you end up staying a few years here, I think you'll look back when you're older and you think, wow, that was really, how did I manage, you know? How did I do that, you know?
Wenn du wirklich ein paar Jahre hier bleibst und dann zurückblicken wirst, dann wirst du denken, wie habe ich das denn hingekriegt? Wie habe ich das denn geschafft?
Yeah, so it's all fine.
Alles fein, alles wunderbar.
And is there somebody in particular that you can talk to when you'd like to share something? You have a
Gibt's
buddy.
jemanden,
Ja,
mit dem du sprechen
Two
kannst?
buddies. Who are they?
Kamala und Tara.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Right. Okay. So now we have the German translation working if you want to come. Oh, okay. I don't know what she's been up to while I've been away for 2 weeks, but doesn't she look great tonight? You look very something.
I think I had a good time.
Yeah? Yeah, you look like you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to kind of develop my own workflow, yeah, because everybody was gone. And then there's something is more calm inside, because I don't have to always adjust to some kind of authorities or something. Yeah?
Now you have your driving license, do you?
No.
You
No, I
don't?
paused it for that time.
Oh, you paused it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When does it unpause?
I will have to call him again and say that we'll start.
It's like the never-ending driving story. Okay.
Probably when I start driving again, things will be more more interesting.
Okay, well, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it feels like I come. I slowly fall deeper, or better to say, I discover more layers. Yeah, and there's something at the moment which is quite acceptive. Is that the right word?
Maybe. Tell me more.
Yes, some things which I don't find so nice actually about myself, or not so easy to accept, but slowly there's a kind of love growing for it, because I know that it's true. So
Things about yourself
yeah,
that you didn't really like to accept, but you know are true, so you're gradually having to accept them, kind of slowly moving towards accepting them.
and also somehow because I feel inside it's just true. Yeah, you can do whatever you want with it, but it's just the way you function. So there's something, I don't know, where there's love in.
Yeah. I mean, there isn't any right way or wrong way, actually. I mean, years ago when I started with meditation and things, I mean, I was somehow surrounded by people who all wanted to transform. So of course I thought that's what you do. You transform, you know. And then I would look around at some kind of heroes, you know, and I said, well, I'd like to be like him, you know. But unfortunately, it didn't really work, because you can't really change from who you are to somebody else, you know. So this whole idea of transformation, I mean, I think the transformation happens by itself. Like tonight you look very, very good. There's a sort of slightly new confidence there. You know, something like this. And we don't need to transform, because actually everybody has good stuff and not so good stuff in their character, and who's judging what is the good stuff and not the good stuff. So maybe there are certain things which naturally will get transformed, because we somehow decide, oh, we don't really need that anymore. And so we choose sometimes that we're open to change something, but we don't have to change something. And yeah, I mean, I think it's not necessary really to change too much. It's necessary to understand it, you know? So when you can say, well, I can see I'm like that, and therefore I honestly accept it, even if I don't like it so much about myself. I think that's great. You have an awareness, a clear awareness about how you function, but you're not judging it. And in order to have a very good awareness about ourselves, in a way we must stop to judge it, because if we're always judging ourselves, we're probably always judging ourselves in a negative way in comparison to other people. And that's completely not necessary.
Still, there are many things which are not so easy for me to accept.
About yourself.
And where I want to change. But
yeah, well, if you want to change, they will get to change gradually. You know?
Yeah. I had a talk with Indira, and she said, well, because I said, I'm so kind of, what did you say, rid of it, yeah? I'm so like, I don't want this anymore. I can't stand it anymore, yeah? And sometimes I hear myself talking and I know it's there, yeah? But I can't do anything about it. And she said, you have to come to the point where you're so fed up with it, you really you can't bear it anymore. And then there will be enough presence to recognize it in the moment. And I think this is a bit what is happening.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, in my life I've found most human beings pretty boring, actually, if I'm honest. And the ones I didn't find boring were really, really strong characters who were like, here I am, this is me, take me or leave me, you know? So that was very clear, and then I could leave them if I didn't like their character, or I would be very touched by the deep honesty. I think you've probably met this Russian girl, Jayanti, who does massage in Tiru. And I mean, she's a wonderful example of that, actually. And then some of the other people I'm putting in this new book, meetings with remarkable people, like Michael we had recently here, Andrew Cohen we had last year here, and people who are not well known, like Siddhartha and Ram Charan. I've known them myself for years. And the thing that always attracted me about them was that they were like uncompromisingly, here I am, you know. I mean, probably I could easily come up with stuff I don't like about them, but I never needed to do that because I just could take the whole bundle, you know. So I think it's very, very beautiful that we're offered this chance as a human being to live our life. It's not very long. I mean, you're very young, so it may seem like, you know, very, very long. But it wasn't so long ago. I was not much older than you, and it seemed like a long time, you know. And now I'm already in the winter of my time, you know. So it goes very quickly. I mean, we have a very short 70 years, you know, amazingly short. So you've been playing the harmonium recently because Govinda wasn't here, yeah?
I didn't play so much in the last time.
No? Okay.
But I started fighting more.
Oh, you started fighting. Oh, very good. With the boxing gloves on?
Mostly in theatre.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
And there was one time in particular which was quite strong for me. I wanted to play my anger with my mother, and then we had a volunteer, and I didn't know her, so I chose her to play my mother, so that I could have a blank page to project on.
Right. Oh, that was clever. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, it was really good because she was really good in the role, and then I came because I like this fighting a lot, yeah. So I can go on with it for quite a while, and then at a certain point, I could see that I do create a distance in this, because at first it was bringing me closer because I was being more honest, more there also. But then I could feel that with all this stuff I put out, I can't connect more to her. And then we were sitting together and she said some sentences which were completely true, but which were so shocking and so touching for me to hear from my mother's part. And I was crying. I was really honestly crying on stage. And what she basically told me was that I need to let go. And I never saw this before, that I'm the one, or not the one, but I'm also holding on to all these things we had before, or didn't, or whatever, yeah, but the idea that I have about it.
You meet your mother sometime,
Yeah.
So you have a chance to talk it through, let it go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to scratch open all the wounds or if I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, because there's the fear that if I do this, then this will be it, yeah? Then uncurable.
Your mother will put you on the reject pile. I don't think so. Unfortunately, mothers get a kind of lifetime love card, you know. They can't really... well, maybe don't start off by not making it so strong the first time, you know, just to share, let her know that you've realized certain things on your side, don't so much talk about her, but your own side, and you'd like to share a few of those things. And then how she reacts, you can decide to go on or not go on, you know.
Yeah. Could be a step to make.
Okay, good. Okay, so... Okay, thank you.